Hi, how are you?
I was wanting a dozen cupcakes.
Dozen cupcakes comes to 40 and 70 cents altogether.
Lang Woon spent 31 years working at Boeing before he left and opened Common Ground Coffee and Cupcakes in downtown Renton. He's an example of how this city's economy has branched out beyond aviation.
It's more diversified than when we first started about 13 years ago. Back then, we had a heavier Boeing presence.
Woon says he and his customers are not as dependent on Boeing as they once were. But a shutdown of 737 production, the backbone of Renton's economy, would have painful consequences beyond the factory. The company warned it might have to halt manufacturing of the MAX jet if it cannot get government approval for it to fly again.
A third of jobs in this community are Boeing jobs, or closely related in the supply chain for Boeing.
Randy Corman's a longtime Renton City Council member who spent 33 years working for Boeing.
Are you worried about layoffs or furloughs in the coming months?
Based on the one statement, I'm not going to get really worried because I think that Boeing just has identified that that's one thing they're looking at, but I think that, it's something that we'll have to be watchful of.
He says he and many in the business community are still hopeful Boeing can fix its troubled 737 MAX in time to avoid an assembly line shutdown. And right now, he says the worst case scenario still seems a ways off.
That if it does start to become their preferred option, I think it will be alarming.
There we go.
But elsewhere in the community,
Yeah, they can't keep on producing those airplanes. There's nowhere else to put them.
there's unease about what's next.
I know me, I don't want to fly in one. Even though I worked for Boeing all those years and I depend on their pension, if I had a choice to choose a plane other than a MAX, I would.